Because we talk to be done at home. Don't worry, next time we will meet at a better time. So thank you once more for your effort, and may God continue to reward you. Thank you.
Well, we have almost come to the end of this meeting. What is left is by no means very, very important, because the progress, the stability, the continuity, and all the other T's of this organization will be determined by the person that is appointed as the next executive secretary. And to those of you that are new to this meeting or to the network, Secretariat of the network moves every four years to another country, and the Secretariat of the conference moves to the country of the executive secretary. So today we are going to vote or whatever to get another executive secretary for the one press. And what we normally do, at least since this organization started, initially it went to Ghana, 2004, 2006. We had the second one, 2006, so to 2008. So we went to Burkina, then the Secretariat moved to Burkina Faso in 2008, so they had their meeting. What am I saying?
It moved in 2006.
It moved in 2006. Yes. So in 2010, it came to Nigeria. So now Nigeria has spent 4 years. We had one conference in 2012 and another one in the one that we are having now, 2014. So at this meeting, the conference is going to another the network is going to another country. So I want suggestion on where the something should go to.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have been discussing on how to encourage each and every one of us to really be doing what he or she has to do. And the country chapters to do what they have to do. You've been told the movement of the Secretariat from Ghana, Burkina Faso, Nigeria. Now it has to move to another country. Looking at it, what we want to say is you move to back to the most active country, which is Burkina Faso. But you see, it's not always the conqueror that always takes everything. The one that is about to conquer can be encouraged to step into the shoes and take up the mantle. So we were thinking that Burkina Faso has done very well. Ghana is relapsing. Nigeria has tried its own little best. Now we should our country, who's our neighbor, next neighbor, which is Cameroon. I believe that if we go to Cameroon, we're going to encourage Cameroon to work harder, and to be a leader in this network, at least for the next period. I'm sure if we give Cameroon the chance to host one president next, I'm sure Cameroon will do its best, do her best to see that the network attains to the next level. The coordinator of Cameroon, his stature is not a small one. He has friends within the West and Southern Africa. He has friends in Europe. So if we have to, in my own mind, he should be able to muster resources with his colleagues at home, with the coordinators along the Western Africa sub-region. He should be able to run the secretariat for us in the next 4 years. So maybe you should all contribute to this discussion, because I don't think we really have ever voted a chapter in. We have always been affirming. You know, in 2010, we were just affirmed. In fact, the Ghanaians were saying, unfortunately, they were not here now. We understand they were holding. But now, today, we just have 2 of them here. So, really, things change from time to time. So, maybe before we continue, I want a reaction from the board. Thank you.
English mic.
The Executive Secretary, I personally do not have anything whatsoever against the suggestion of Cameroon. But in order to make the job probably lighter for whoever is going to be their boss there, may we have the privilege of knowing from him his country's readiness to accept the responsibility that we are about to bestow.
So that it can be taken all at once. If the way vote for country or vote for person, that's 1. 2, can know fully well that there will be a need for the executive secretary as well as the secretary, you know, who will be working, and from the fillers I've been spreading around, I think it's only Prof that is around. I just want clarification whether, you know, the position of the secretary can be filled in absentia, you know, and he is saddled with the responsibility of finding a suitable secretary when it goes back to Cameroon. Thank you.
Somebody to work with you. The person must agree he wants to work with you. You cannot force anybody work with anybody. But I know there are some of us who like to accept responsibility and will not do the job. Because of that, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he should go and select for himself when he gets home. Because if he selects here now, it will be problematic for him because he cannot change once we've documented it. So it's better he goes home. Within the next 2 weeks, we should get the feedback that this is your secretary, this is your financial secretary, treasurer. So I'm saying this so that he knows the answer that he's going to give. Thank you.
Donc, moi, j'ai plutôt une idée complètement contraire à la vôtre. J'ai pas l'impression que le Wampress doit déjà s'exploiter. Parce que quand on regarde les pays à mobiliser, il existe encore en Afrique de l'Ouest. Ce qui est le mieux pour nous est que la coordination et l'exécution surtout restent encore en Afrique de l'Ouest. Et si le souci est de prendre un pays francophone, les pays peuvent être réglés, les soucis peuvent être réglés tranquillement parce qu'il y a encore 5 pays francophones en Afrique de l'Ouest qui sont à même de gérer cette situation. Je veux dire que le Cameroun, tel que je le vois, est effectivement un bon partenaire, mais de là à lui confier l'exécutif de notre association du Wampress, ça relève pratiquement de l'impossible. Comment le Cameroun va défendre les puissances de l'Afrique de l'Ouest auprès de l'Ouest, qui est ouest africain? Comment le Cameroun peut défendre des dossiers de l'Afrique de l'Ouest à la CEDEAO par exemple? Quand on sait que la CEDEAO est en train de vouloir mettre en place des centres d'excellence, le Wampress peut contribuer à ça. Et le Cameroun va très difficilement défendre ça auprès de la CEDEAO. Pour les pays francophones de l'Afrique de l'Ouest, il y a également l'UEMOA qui soutient ces centres, la mise en place de ces centres d'excellence que le Wampress peut accompagner, que le Cameroun peut difficilement défendre. Si d'autres pays francophones ne sont pas là, moi je reste certain, et ça c'est un engagement que nous faisons, que le Burkina peut prendre, relever ce défi. On l'a fait une première fois, on peut le faire encore. Quand vous regardez la situation géographique, elle importe beaucoup. Venir, si le Ghana n'est pas venu, c'est peut-être la distance. Si la Côte d'Ivoire n'est pas venue, c'est peut-être la distance. Le Sénégal n'est pas encore venu. Le Mali non. Ça fait un peu. La crainte est que si on va jusqu'au Cameroun, là peut-être que le Nigeria qui se rappelle. Ça c'est une bonne situation. Je pense qu'on a encore à mesure de relever ce défi-là et de mobiliser tous ceux-là qui sont autour du continent, qui restent encore pas vraiment costauds. Le mieux c'est qu'on reste encore au niveau sous-régional avec nos partenaires comme le Cameroun, ou bien d'autres peut-être, mais que l'exécutif reste vraiment
Excuse me. I tried to get what the country coordinator of Cameroon, of Burkina Faso, what he said. You see, one thing is that at least right from the time that I joined Wampress, Cameroon had always been represented in Wampress. Cameroon had always been represented. And you know, the fact is that in my language they said, I don't know how to call you, Reggie. Cheating. cheating is what normally disrupts any society. If one is not fair, if Cameroon has become, in fact, if Mali has been here today with the personality of Professor Sanogo, because Mali had always been very, very active. Mali was in Ghana, Mali was in Burkina Faso, but since we came to Nigeria, Mali had not come. So you know, but for that, the Secretariat would have gone to Mali. The Secretariat would have gone to Côte d'Ivoire. If the Côte d'Ivoire country coordinator had been very, very active and had been coming. So, you know, so these are some of the problems and challenges that we have. And here is somebody, don't forget that if Cameroon to Burkina Faso is equidistant, because what it takes one to come from Cameroon to Burkina Faso, what takes someone from Cameroon to Ghana is the same thing that will take people from Ghana to Cameroon and Burkina Faso to Cameroon and Nigeria to Cameroon. And what I want to plead is that I want us, if this thing goes to different countries, it will help us. Very many people have not been to Nigeria before, but for one press. Very many people, if not for one press, I wouldn't have probably I wouldn't have been to Burkina Faso. I have never been to Cameroon before. So one press will give me the opportunity to go to Cameroon. So that is the view that is what I really want us to look at. It had been in Burkina Faso, it had been in Ghana, it had been in Nigeria, and there is somebody that had always been constant in all these meetings, the country representative of Cameroon. And that's why I would really want to suggest, to affirm what the executive secretary suggested, that it goes to Cameroon. But this is our meeting. This is our conference, and nobody can give any fiat.
In any good society, there must be element of equity or equity. And whatever is good for the goose, as people say, is equally good for the gander. If Nigeria hosts Burkina Faso, Ghana, why not Cameroon? I think in order to be fair across the board, and in order to be seen to display some form of equity, this is a society. I think we must, I think we need to grant Cameroon the opportunity of being a next those countries. But that does not rule out my earlier suggestion. We need to find out from the representative of Cameroon his country's readiness, whether his country will be able to take up the responsibility or not. Let's hear from him directly, whether or not his country will be prepared to be the next, to hold the next secretariat.
What our colleague from Burkina Faso have said, let it be addressed by members, so that whatever we eventually arrive at will be a consensus of everybody.
Professeur, je ne suis pas vraiment contre votre idée, mais je pense qu'il est question de poser la question aussi de façon institutionnelle. Le réseau, il est ouest-africain. Dès le départ, quand on a admis le Cameroun, on n'a pas admis un Cameroun membre constitué. Alors, donc si nous partons sur le plan institutionnelle.
If we talk about the institution of this network,
Et au regard de tous les problèmes organisationnels que nous avons traversés depuis la création, il faut également être réaliste. De toutes les rencontres que nous avons eu à faire, que ce soit du Ghana au Burkina jusqu'au Nigeria, je vous prie de voir la représentativité au niveau du monde.
To look at the representation of members, that is the participation of these countries.
La participation nombre pays a été la plus grande bien que à Ouagadougou. La dernière fois quand on était au Nigeria,
last time we were in Nigeria,
nous n'étions pas nombreux non plus.
We were not many.
Aujourd'hui, vous constatez également le nombre.
We also see the numbers.
Donc quand vous regardez sur le plan géographique,
when we look at the geographic aspects,
vous nous avez félicité notre déplacement ici. Il y a quelqu'un qui a traité notre déplacement de période. Mais au Cameroun, je ne pense pas. Vous allez vous retrouver Nigeria et Cameroun. Mais est-ce que vous voulez tuer le Wampress? Ou bien vous voulez qu'il rayonne? La proposition que le Burkina fait, c'est de pouvoir redynamiser. Et donc pour le moment, nous pensons qu'il faut que le Wampress prenne son envol. Le Cameroun nous accompagne, c'est bon aujourd'hui. Et nous lui sommes grés. Comme le professeur Sylvain l'a dit, il peut bien défendre nos causes ailleurs. Mais si vous l'amenez là-bas et que le Wampress meurt, on fait comment? Vous amenez le Wampress au Cameroun et au Cameroun vous retrouvez à deux, le Wampress est mort. On fait comment? On va plus se retrouver? Bon, donc ça c'est un peu une préoccupation que je veux également que l'Assemblée prenne en compte. Parce que nous voulons que le Wampress grandisse avec beaucoup plus de participants. Ce serait périlleux de prendre l'engagement du Cameroun que nous aimons bien. Nous ne lui refusons pas. Mais nous pensons que le moment n'est pas au moment de laisser partir le réseau au Cameroun au risque de le faire mourir. C'est pourquoi le Burkina peut prendre ce défi. Nous allons essayer de redynamiser avant que, à n'importe quel moment, le Cameroun verra comment il pourra siéger.
The Executive Secretary, members of the High Table, I think I was the actual person that said that our members from Burkina Faso should be commended for their active participation. But the way things are going, I don't want us to see it as if other members who probably have not been participating well should be sidetracked in running Wampress. It is rather unfortunate that the argument that our members from Burkina Faso are raising to support why the Secretariat should return to them may not augur well for full participation of other members or for encouraging somebody like Professor Gajui, who has been constantly being a participant in the conferences. I am begging. I know the basis of the argument, but I am appealing and I'm begging our members from Burkina Faso that if Cameroon is ready, let's give them a trial. I am appealing. If Cameroon is ready, let us give them a trial. It's just an appeal. I'm begging. I know why you are there. You are actually interested in taking it back because you don't want this thing to fail. I also sympathize with you. Please. Thank you very much. I want to ask some facts, some that may actually assist us. Number one, this is One Press, West African Network. One of our supporters is WAHO, W-A-H-O. I will want to ask, what is, one, Cameroon politically is not in West Africa. It's not politically in West Africa. Do they have relationship with WAHO? So that if it goes to Cameroon, it may not be impossible for them to relate with WAHO, who is one of our supporters. That is very, very important. And all other organizations that we may be interacting with. Once we resolve that, I think we can take decision.
I think the meeting was first convened in 2000 or 2001. There were 2 meetings before it was agreed upon that Ghana should start hosting. At that time, if you look at this constitution, the name Western is not West Africa. The name Western is not West Africa. Western sub-region covers Cameroon. But we debated on this thing for a long time. We were answering the constitution that it is not only West Africa, it's Western Africa. I think our members, let them, those who are founding members, they should relate back to this when this constitution was first drafted. It was stated Western, not West Africa. Please, I think we should not irritate ourselves by quoting what is not really relevant to the Constitution. Because the Constitution, this organization is a scientific organization, not a political. When you introduce politics into it, it's not going to be too good. Although I know everywhere there's politics. There's politics everywhere. But this organization is Western, not West Africa. Please, I want to remind us of that.
I want to stand on what the outgoing executive secretary and to appeal to Burkina Faso. The first recognition is that Burkina Faso is a strong member of One Press. The second is that WAHO is one of the funded partners. We have not yet reached the stage at which WAHO will say, I am not giving you money because I'm we have not reached that stage. So let us not preempt WAHO. Let us live by hope and faith. The argument for equity is overwhelming. The argument for Western against West Africa is overwhelming. Against this background, I want to appeal to members here present that let the outgoing executive secretary, who is a founding member of this organization, One Press, that his suggestion should start.
Merci beaucoup. Il y a beaucoup d'interventions. Je voudrais, avec votre permission, vous dire un peu l'historique de One Press, un peu, parce que je me rappelle, il y a de cela, je crois, avant 2002, On a commencé au Ghana pour le lancement de OnePress. C'était sous la direction de le professeur, le nom ne me vient pas là, mais il y avait un professeur à l'université de Koumassi qui était à l'initiative de lancement de ce réseau. Déjà à ce niveau-là, nous avons discuté, mais les organisations internationales qui devaient financer, elles n'étaient pas d'accord sur le lancement, le processus qui est réglé là-bas. Parce que à ce niveau-là, on a eu des discussions. En 2002, j'étais, n'est-ce pas, au Ghana quand on lançait OnePress. Et c'est le représentant de l'AFS, International Foundation for Science, qui avait fait tout et tout pour que je puisse être à cette rencontre. Ça c'est l'historique. Je suis donc arrivé là-bas et donc on a lancé OnePress et c'était effectivement pas West African Network, mais Western. Effectivement, voilà le réseau, c'est le Western et non West. Avec ceci, vous pouvez comprendre que je connais un peu l'historique. J'ai été depuis le début. Je n'ai jamais manqué à une rencontre. En fait, mon pays sera content de pouvoir abonner OnePress, c'est possible. Mais cela, il faut qu'on soit d'accord. Si on veut seulement donner pour laisser mourir, ce n'est pas ça. Il faut quand même qu'on supporte. Si on ne peut pas supporter, on va mourir. That's all. If you cannot support at that level, you will move ahead. Cameroon cannot do it alone. That's it. So I'm pleading, if you are ready to transfer the network in our place, we will try to do our best. If you contribute, you cannot deliver a baby and let it die. That's all. So if you want it to grow, you should support him. And then with this, I'm pleading. If you agree for something, you should have a common idea. If you don't have a common idea, please, I think things will not move ahead as you expected. Thank you very much.
J'ai encore quelque chose à ajouter par rapport à cette considération de la présence répétitive ou non de certains coordinateurs. C'est que Bokia Sanoro n'a pas été des nôtres il y a 2 ans. Cette année non plus. Mais on sait pourquoi on n'a pas été des nôtres. Et quel n'est pas les nôtres. C'est lié à ce qui se passe au Mali. Juste avant que je vienne, j'ai encore reçu son message où elle disait qu'elle n'a pas suffisamment d'argent pour régler justice. Je lui ai proposé, si c'est ainsi, viens jusqu'à Ouaga, on ira ensemble en gare. Mais quand on discutait, dans la discussion, effectivement, elle pense la même chose que nous. Que si ça se trouve, ça doit faire un pays francophone. Ça se trouve, ça doit changer. Faisant de sorte, dans l'ouest de l'Afrique, maintenant on parle d'ouest, ouest, je ne sais pas où se trouve la différence encore. Entre l'ouest de l'Afrique et l'Afrique de l'ouest, en français, franchement, c'est la même chose. Ça se trouve qu'il y a encore 5 pays. En dehors de il y a encore 5 pays qui sont à même d'être dynamisés. Et que ça va déporter. Pas pour moi c'est une déportation, c'est une exportation. On dit de ne pas mélanger la politique à cela. L'euro est politique. On ne s'intéresse au la CDAO est politique. Non, on s'intéresse la CDAO pour avoir des finances. Absolument. C'est ça, j'ai dit, est-ce que le Cameroun peut défendre cela? Iroquois et moi, nous sommes d'accord sur ça.
Cameroon defend the activity of West Africa.
Et ça reste encore dans les pays de l'Afrique.
We are talking about Western, that is.
Ça, c'est ça.
That is what we like to know. And Cameroon defend the activities of one person in West Africa. Because we have in ECOWAS and
Any more reactions, please? More reactions from let's make reactions and we take our final decision.
intervention, contre intervention et la direction.
Some people that
Yeah. Madam.
Well, I'm a new member. I'm not going to say so much. I think I want to also go along with the argument of members that feel that we should encourage Cameroon.
voulais supporter la contribution que nous encourager le Cameroun.
Country representative
les représentants du pays,
and if we encourage them, I think they can actually spin surprises. Because you know when you just look down some, maybe you think they cannot perform. By the time you give some people responsibilities, the hidden potential can be exposed, and you be amazed, and the contribution they will make. So I'm joining. I want to join those who are actually appealing that we should give Cameroon a chance. And I'm sure they also appreciate the enormity, or the gravity of the responsibility that is being trusted on them. And I'm sure there are scientists there. They will mobilize themselves. And with the support, because he also told us that we need to support our baby now, and we have to support them to grow and also to make their own impact. One person, and that's my contribution. Thank you very much.
You see, people always say that it's better not to rise at all than to rise and fall. There was a statement from the rep of Cameroon. We will try. We will do our best. If we want to, in which case, the certainty is definitely in my mind and by my own interpretation is not there. In that case, if I were to speak out my mind, which I will always, I will advise that we advise and encourage Cameroon to step down this time around, go and consolidate and get ready to handle this society after the next 4 years. Let us, I would suggest that we give Cameroon kind of incubation period of 4 years. Let Cameroon now go and sit down, do his own work, and in another 4 years, we will definitely consider Cameroon positively.
Je ne sais pas, peut-être que, bon là, je ne sais pas combien il y a de Camerounais. Peut-être que les années précédentes, il y en avait beaucoup, je ne sais pas, mais je pense qu'il faut tenir compte de la mobilisation du Cameroun de 2000 jusqu'à maintenant. Bon, si le Burkina Faso, d'après ce que j'ai entendu dire, a pu mobiliser une forte délégation, je pense qu'il est important de tenir compte de ça. Parce que je constate que les deux pays les plus malheureux minoritaires en nombre sont le Nigeria et le Burkina. Donc je pense que le WordPress a besoin de faire beaucoup d'efforts pour que toute la sous-région soit réellement mobilisée. Voilà ma contribution.
At least I hear that one. Well, it appears there is a division now in the house. People have spoken for and against. So in every democratic setting, fortunately, the day after tomorrow, we are going to have an election in the state. And that's democracy. So probably we will have to do, because at one time or the other, we will not want to offend one country, at the same time another country not to be hurt. So we might go into division. So we are going to vote. After discussion,
We should give them. Let us hear what they want to say. Then the chairman can then summarize. I think
Bon, merci beaucoup pour tous les participants. Ce que je voudrais vous dire, c'est que le Cameroun est disponible à accueillir le WordPress.
I will want you to do one thing before division. There is a stage of consensus. Yes. Please, I want on the high table to arrange consensus. Let us know if consensus fails, then you call for division. That's the procedure. Not division first. Let us see if there can be consensus. If we fail consensus, then call for division. One step more.
une observation.
Well, individual should drop only one. Only one. By yourself. Your time must be on you. Your time must be on you before you drop. Please sit down. No.
Let everybody sit down. Please. Let everybody sit down.
Come and collect your stuff from your seat.
You will collect it from your seat. Please let everybody sit down. I said sit down. Simple. Are you ready?
These countries are Burkina Faso and Cameroon. Cameroon had 14 votes. Burkina Faso 35.
Burkina Faso 5.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, based on the result of the election,
le résultat de l'élection.
The secretariat of the One Press will be going to Burkina Faso. And as a result of that, we would want to pick the executive secretary of One Press from Burkina Faso. So Burkina Faso, who would you want? Who would you pick up as your executive secretary? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Pour la confiance qu'ils ont placée à nouveau pour le secrétariat exécutif. Et comme dit, nous promettons sérieusement de relever les défis. Et surtout de faire mieux que ce que nous avons fait il y a 4 ans. De faire beaucoup mieux que cela. Comme je disais, avec le Mali, on avait souhaité que le Mali soit là. On a un plan d'action de mobilisation des autres pays francophones qui sont restés en marge. Et donc avec le Mali et les autres pays, la Côte d'Ivoire, nous allons travailler à ce que ce pays soit suffisamment dynamique pour un presse encore plus fort. À l'endroit du collègue du Cameroun, c'était une conviction profonde. J'étais convaincu que là maintenant, si vous tous pratiquement seul, quand vous prenez, vous auriez pris ça, qu'on avait le doute vraiment que ça puisse avoir de l'activité chez vous. Ce que nous souhaitons dans la gestion donc, de ce secrétariat, c'est de vous impliquer davantage et impliquer d'autres membres en presse du Cameroun davantage, de sorte à ce que les One-Press soient beaucoup plus rayonnants là-bas. Et que ma foi, je sais que dans les prochaines élections, on n'ira pas jusqu'à aller mettre l'allure et que le constat sera fait clairement que l'activité One-Press au Cameroun, il n'y a pas seulement ce qu'on va dans l'exécutif. Maintenant, pour ce qui concerne la désignation du secrétaire ou de la secrétaire, comme c'est confié au Burkina, comme dit, nous avons donc une assemblée générale du One-Press Burkina avant novembre. Et comme on va aller plus vite, pour que le One-Press ait un secrétaire exécutif. Et en son temps,
I think we'd like to know your candidate first. If you don't see if it's so, let us know. And you can give us a speech. You know, you said you can go and speak with your people so that when you have the person, we congratulate the person and then you can make a speech.
You don't know. You can't say exactly what is going to be. Yes.
Il s'agit de Madame Bilogo Kone Asanata. Bilogo Kone Asanata. Qui malheureusement n'est pas là avec nous.
Unfortunately, he's not here with us today.
Mais qui est une femme.
Is she going to, is that the person that you have chosen?
C'est la personne que vous avez choisie.
Oui.
Oui.
Yeah, who is going to be the international secretary? Like me, the person I'm going to hand over to.
Already is my
You are the secretary.
Lui, il sera le secrétaire et madame sera la secrétaire nationale.
Oui, de toute façon, la coordination allait changer. C'est tous les 2 ans, en fait, au bout de 4 ans, c'est la démocratie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mesdames, mesdemoiselles et messieurs,
it is my pleasure
c'est mon plaisir
to inform you
de vous
that
informer que
the Burkina Faso delegates,
les délégats
they have decided
décidé
to appoint Professor Hassanata Milongo as the executive secretary of One Press. Hassanata Milongo, to some of you that might not have known her, she is a very, very committed member of One Press. In fact, she was the one that Professor Adeomi succeeded. She was the immediate past executive secretary. So she's coming back to her position. That's just it. So, and I want to assure you that we'll be able to move One Press to higher position. So thank you very much. The international secretary is Professor Sylvain Quadrago. Yes, can you? That's our international secretary. So I'll communicate with him and I'll hand over things to him. Thank you very much. You have not given us your financial secretary.
Secrétaire financier. Qui sera votre secrétaire financier? Non. Choisissez en tant que secrétaire.
On a quand même ce concept pour la suite. Et
Burkina Faso will consult and give us the name of the financial secretary. So, well, if they send it to us before we hand over to them, we will put it on the website. So I want to encourage you to visit the website to know what's going on in One. The executive secretary, outgoing executive secretary, we want to.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have now done what the other people cannot do. And we've done our election. There's no fighting, there's no boxing, there's no body of houses. So I want to use this medium to congratulate all of us for being able to be academic and civil enough not to fight over issue of election. So I congratulate each and every one of you. There is one thorny issue that we actually didn't touch. This is the issue of subscription. You know, at this conference, some of our members are paying just $50, while only a few of them pay. That is, our members from outside pay 75, about 3 of them. I think we need to sort out this issue so that it won't generate problem when we go out. Because once we know that this is the subscription we should be paying, unless you are a student, you can't pay below that. If you are a student, you give you give us a certified copy from your supervisor or your HOD that you are a student, then you pay student fee. But if you are a staff, you are a staff, a lecturer, or a worker in the ministry, you cannot be paying the same fee that a student is supposed to pay. So please, I want to beg each and every one of us that we try to sort out this issue within the next 5 minutes and take a decision on it. If everybody is going to be paying $50, good. If we say that it's 75, let's make it 75. The other issue is that we cannot be holding on to the subscriptions that we should be paying and only be paying once when you have a biannual meeting. That cannot sustain the secretariat. It cannot. It cannot sustain the organization. Please, within the next 5 minutes, let's take a decision on this, and then we can move on to wind up and relax and enjoy ourselves and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Je voudrais féliciter tout un chacun. Vous savez qu'en démocratie, il faut savoir perdre. Et quand on perd, il faut accepter l'échec. Là, je le fais sportivement et je crois que l'avenir va nous réserver un peu de chance pour continuer dans ce sens-là. Et je voudrais féliciter mon collègue qui a, n'est-ce pas, pu gagner cette élection, un avenir prospère, et c'est dans ce sens-là que je voudrais le féliciter, n'est-ce pas? Et ça ce qu'on appelle la sportivité. On ne dit pas, mais on fait la sportivité. Là où est-ce que la force avance? C'est la vie. Je suis parfaitement, il n'y a pas de problème entre nous, on va se retrouver dans deux places à Ouaga. C'est ça, merci.
Thank you very much.
Basically, what we have done so far, I think is the past now, in the terms of registration, unless they are going to revisit the registration again. And the most important thing is to put the machinery in place in such a way that if you are a student, you must show evidence that you are a student, which has to come from your school, either HOD, head of the department, writing that you are a student, and probably even show your ID card at the point of registration. So that will establish that you are a student. Then secondly, on the issue of subscription, probably if what has been agreed upon 2 years ago is not viable, then is to look at it again. What should be the subscription per year, per member? And once it's agreed upon, then whoever is the country coordinator should make sure that they work it out and make sure that they fulfill their whatever obligation they need to do. I think that's what we need to do. Thank you, sir.
Well, on Monday when the registration started, the condition has been stated earlier and it's on the website as well as the flyer that we all have. And we were collecting the evidence of studentship or evidence of registration or student ID. There were 21 number on the list that I was given. And out of the 21, only 3 indicated $75. Others wrote $50 each. And I told them that if are they all students, the remaining 18 people that paid $50, are they students? They said they were students, they were not sure. And if you are students, give me the evidence of students. None of them could provide any evidence. And I told them that they have to pay $75, except if they are students. And we argued about it for some time. I said, okay, I will discuss with the executive secretary. So I informed Mr. Adela. And he said we are going to discuss it at this meeting. And that's why he is coming up now.
I think as a follow-up to that, Burkina Faso contingent came under a leadership. I think the leader of that contingent should be discussed with or be informed about the shortfall in their payment and ask him what the arrangement they are making to pay the balance. Because he is the person that can differentiate between
a working member and a student. So he should look at their list and tell us the number of people that are really working and those that are students, so that they can now make up with the shortfall.
And in addition, I made them to realize that when I attended the Burkina Faso conference in 2012, I had to pay $100 registration. It was even $100 then. I paid $100. Dr. Agbeda also paid $100. And even now they are being asked to pay $75. They are already to pay $75.
Alors, quand on dit dans les frais d'inscription, voilà ce que nous avons traduit.
In the registration, that is
membres en bonne réputation, $75.
People who are full-fledged members, $75.
Étudiants et membres associés, $50.
Students who are associated members, they are $50.
Les étudiants de l'EVU, on va voir.
The students that are here present, will you please stand up?
Parce que les chercheurs seniors qui sont venus, je suis senior. Il y a M. Traoré avec qui est senior. Qui d'autre est senior?
Who is also
qui est avec nous, senior, de Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay, also
senior.
Merci d'apaiser tous les cœurs.
Thank you for all the cards.
Merci d'apaiser tous les cœurs.
Thank you for
Apaiser.
all the cards.
Qui ont été peut-être blessés pendant ces moments. Fais régner parmi nous la paix.
Let your peace reign among us.
Afin que le WordPress aille de l'avant.
So that WordPress will move forward.
Enlève tous les obstacles sur ce chemin, sur son chemin.
All the obstacles before us.
Pour que nous puissions lever la tête encore dans 2 ans.
So that we can raise our head again.
Et que le WordPress puisse porter beaucoup de fruits.
And that WordPress can have a lot of success.
Merci de bénir tous ceux qui ont fait des efforts.
Thank you for blessing those who have made a lot of efforts.
Pour que cette session-là puisse
So
réussir.
that this session
Et que nous puissions demeurer toujours unis. Au nom de Jésus, nous avons prié.
What the organization you represent?
Yes, I am Dr. Joseph Fulu Agbedaunsi. I'm the International Secretary of WAMPRESS. WAMPRESS actually is Western African Network of Natural Product Research Scientists. Every 2 years we organize conferences such as this. The one that is just rounding up is the sixth conference, sixth WAMPRESS conference, and we started on the 3rd of August. In fact, we normally have the meeting on the first week of August every 2 years. So we have just had one now, and it's just rounding up. And what does WAMPRESS do? Natural product research scientist that works in the area of natural products, that is working with raw materials, getting drugs from medicinal plants and things like that. So those are natural products. So and you find out that in West Africa there are lots of research scientists that are working towards getting drugs from medicinal plants. So this is a forum where we bring all the research scientists together and we present what we do, we present our work. That's just it.
Okay. I want you to cast your mind back since you started this conference in the last 2-3 days. What is the main theme? What are the things you have discussed and what are the things you are propounding? I mean your projections.
Yes, actually the theme for this conference is sustainable exploitation of African medicinal plants and natural products for disease management. And we've had keynote speakers, plenary lecturers. In fact, we have about 6 plenary lecturers. The keynote speaker came from all the way from UK. And we have plenary lecturers from across West Africa that have spoken on issues exploitation of medicinal plants, spoke on ethno-veterinary, spoke on different. Alongside, we had the ACHCAM conference, the ACHCAM, the African Journal of Traditional and Complementary Alternative Medicine. They are co-sponsors of this conference, and people had come from South Africa, from China, from very many countries. They have come and they have spoken. So that is just it. And
what was it? Votre pays et l'organisation que vous représentez, et puis aussi vous allez nous donner votre position dans WordPress, et aussi n'oubliez pas nous mentionner aussi votre impression concernant la conférence.
Merci. Je suis docteur Sylvain Retraveau. Je suis pharmacologue, directeur de recherche au Burkina Faso. Et là, nous venons d'être élus secrétaire exécutif du RAMPRESS, du réseau ouest-africain des chercheurs sur les substances naturelles. Et le secrétariat vient donc d'être confié au Burkina Faso. Alors, le RAMPRESS, personnellement, je le connais depuis 2004 pour les premières conférences qui ont eu lieu au Ghana en 2004, ensuite en 2006, toujours au Ghana. Et après 2006, c'est le Burkina Faso qui a pris la relève pour la gestion donc, de l'exécutif du RAMPRESS. Et à cela, nous avons fait 2008 et 2010 deux conférences au Burkina avant que le Nigeria ne soit élu comme secrétaire exécutif, étant entendu que c'est un bureau qui doit changer de pays tous les 4 ans. Et si nous l'avons récupéré aujourd'hui, c'est parce qu'en toute démocratie, le Nigeria a fini son mandat de 2 fois 2 ans, que nous récupérons donc le secrétariat, de sorte à le dynamiser, à le rendre encore plus dynamique. L'expérience que nous avons eue il y a 4 ans nous permet d'espérer que le Burkina, avec les pays voisins, vont travailler à ce que ça soit encore plus dynamique pour ces réseaux-là, de recherche sur les substances naturelles. Il y a des pays qui n'ont pas répondu présent ici, les pays francophones, qui entourent le Burkina. Nous, notre travail, c'est vraiment de dynamiser les réseaux au sein de ces pays-là. Je peux les citer sur le Togo, il manque encore des représentants. Le Bénin, c'est la même chose. Le Niger, le Mali, malheureusement, n'est pas présent parce que lié à ce qu'on connaît, la situation nationale et à la guerre. Nous allons donc travailler à ce que le réseau soit activé et dynamisé au sein donc, de ces pays-là. Donc notre rôle, c'est de coordonner au niveau régional toutes les activités des comités nationaux. Donc c'est un plaisir pour nous, un honneur pour nous de remplir ce rôle-là. C'est un vrai challenge et franchement, comme je l'ai dit à l'assistance ici, le Burkina est encore prêt à relever les défis. Merci.
Okay, lastly, what area of scientist is he involved? And
is involved?
Is involved. Okay. Is he a medical doctor?
Quelle partie de scientisme vous êtes de votre concentration? De quelle partie de science vous intéressez?
Moi, je suis pharmacologue. Pharmacologue, c'est dire pharmacologiste. Okay. Pharmacologue, c'est dire dans le processus de développement d'un médicament à base de plantes, vous avez plusieurs étapes. Vous avez l'implication du botaniste, c'est celui qui connaît les plantes. Vous avez ensuite l'implication du chimiste, qui connaît les chimies des plantes. Et vous avez l'implication du pharmacologue, qui a pour rôle de mettre en évidence l'effet biologique des extraits de plantes.
Okay, lastly, the usual of Ebola virus is fast spreading across West Africa. As a pharmacologist and natural scientist, what do you think they can do in order to curb the spread or even find a solution, remedy to this disease?
Le problème de Ebola ça commence à se répandre dans le monde entier. Et en tant que pharmacologue et chercheur scientifique, quelle vous propose comme solution à ce problème pour, si nous ne pas terminer le problème, au moins donner des solutions au problème?
Oui, en tant que chercheur travaillant sur les substances naturelles, notamment, je vais interpeller les médecins traditionnels c'est eux qui sont la substance de ce que nous développons. S'ils sont à même de guérir les virus Ebola, qu'on se mette ensemble avec eux pour valider ce qu'ils ont comme recette, pour rendre ça sûr, scientifiquement et exploitable par les médecins. C'est l'interpellation que j'ai à faire auprès de ceux-là, surtout les médecins traditionnels, comme j'ai dit. C'est avec eux que nous travaillons. Tout ce que nous faisons, nous avons fait ici, la base, c'est eux qui donnent l'information pour que nous validons ce qu'ils font scientifiquement. Tout simplement ça. De leur dire de ne pas avoir peur. S'ils pensent qu'ils sont à même de juguler le virus Ebola, qu'ils approchent les scientifiques pour valider ce qu'ils ont à faire, pour rendre accessible le produit et pour les rendre plus, comment je vais dire ça, un peu plus scientifique, hein, j'allais dire aussi, et plus fiable hein, pour les patients. Parce que c'est toute l'Afrique de l'Ouest maintenant, hein, c'est pratiquement toute l'Afrique de l'Ouest, on est tous concernés. Et ce réseau est un réseau ouest-africain. Donc ils sont concernés, c'est à nous de les interpeller. Et c'est ce que nous sommes en train de les faire. S'ils sont sûrs, qu'ils nous approchent et qu'on s'approche pour voir comment on peut juguler cette pathologie.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.